Peace, peace, peace. I am still reading The Power of Discipline. It is 4 a.m., December 6th, 2024. 4 a.m., December 6th, 2024. The Power of Discipline. How to use self-control and mental toughness to achieve your goals. I guess I'll go right here. Chapter 4. A reality check. The Dunning-Kruger effect. Confidence is a great thing. It's important that you know what you are good at and you don't doubt yourself in that area. However, it is equally as important that you are familiar with your weakness. In this chapter, you will learn about the dangers associated with the inability to assess your competency and how you can protect yourself against it. We all know someone who is out of touch with reality when it comes to assessing their skills. For example, the coworker who thinks they have got such a good sense of humor, but their jokes are never funny. You might not have this problem, but it's helpful to understand it as you never know what the future holds. The Dunning-Kruger effect. The Dunning-Kruger effect occurs when an individual is not only incompetent in a certain area, but fails to realize how bad they are at it. The person suffering from the issue has what is referred as double burden, which means they are continuously making mistakes in the same area. It is difficult for people to correct them because they are completely ignorant of their deficiencies. Instead of trying to improve their skills, they will continue to moving in the direction because they truly believe in their abilities and will argue that failure is because of bad luck. Psychologists David Dunning and Justin Kruger from Cornell University discovered that this phenomenon becomes apparent when people are tested on their humor, logic, and grammatical knowledge. They found that those who scored the lowest in these categories were less likely to believe they had a problem in these areas because they suffer from non-existence or weak meta-comprehension, meta-memory, and metacognition. They are incapable of evaluating their own thinking processes or providing constructive criticism of their own abilities. That's Curtis for you. What was that? Their abilities warrant in areas such as written expression and leadership skills. The Dunning-Kruger effect simply emphasizes this common human tendencies. However, it can also have a negative impact in certain environments. One example is senior managers who are clearly incompetent yet still manage to get promoted. If you haven't already noticed, incompetent people are typically oblivious to their incompetence. They literally walk around with their head in the clouds, believing they are the cleverest people in the world. On the other hand, Those with a high skill set are usually very modest about their capabilities. The relationship between self discipline and the Dunning Kruger effect. So, what is the relationship between self discipline and the Dunning Kruger effect? Self discipline and self control are skills, which means it's possible to overestimate your abilities in these areas. If you ever get to the point where you believe you have mastered the art of being highly productive at all times, you have the ability to resist temptation. Be careful. It could be true. Maybe you have come a long way, but there could be the possibility that you still got a lot more work to do. Research suggests that the more familiar you become with something, whether it's a skill or a subject, the likelihood that you will claim claim you are an expert diminishes. In other words, the deeper you get into something, the more you realize how much more there is to learn about it. The solution, huh? I put a note saying being humble, not thinking I know it all. What is the solution to this paradox? This issue is resolved by striking a balance between confidence that you are proficient in certain areas and being willing to accept constructive criticism. By taking this approach, you will ensure that you will never become complacent and live in ignorance about your deficiencies. An example of a chance to use enlightenment is as follows. Assuming that you are a really good driver and you're and you reg- and you register to take an advanced driving course to get a reduction on your insurance premiums. You book some lessons to prepare for the test, but during practice you are told that your driving skills are below average and you are no way too ready to take the test. At this point, you can either accept their constructive criticism and keep practicing, or you can accuse your instructor of being ignorant because you are such a good driver. Hmm. A reality check can be disappointing, especially when we think we have good progress. However, it can also shine a light on areas we need to improve. Combined with objective feedback, the best way to protect yourself against the Dunning-Kruger effect is to keep developing yourself. Never assume that you are never assume that you have made it, and always aim to be better today than you was yesterday. Additional, Additionally, you can take courses or download an app designed to help you improve your skills and knowledge in a certain area. Hmm. I got an idea too. Mm-hmm. 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 Today is the what? Six. Okay. Um. I'm sorry. Just had a thought. I had to write that down. Additionally, you can take courses or download an app designed to help you improve your skills and knowledge in a certain area. Apps do things. Go get her. Apps do things like provide you with objective feedback and keep a log of your test scores so you can keep track of how much you have not improved. Other protection strategies against the Dunning-Kruger effect is to associate with people who are further ahead than you are in a specialty in which you wish to gain competence. Please note, this is not about comparing yourself to others, but about putting yourself in a position where you are exposed to continuous learning Also, keep track of where you are now and the goal you achieve while you keep you grounded. Be warned. Now be warned. Now that you have the knowledge about the Dunning-Kruger effect, will you start noticing it more, and you may find you are tempted to point the finger at people, especially if it's someone you're not too fond of. When you do experience this, resist the urge to say something. Not only is not nice, but how would you feel if the shoe was on the other foot? Finally, remind yourself that there is no such thing as perfection. All humans have flaws, which is a good thing because it means there is always room for improvement. Now you are ready to gain some insight into the daily habits required to improve self-discipline. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Tru Hicks on YouTube. Go ahead and support my wife YouTube channel as well. Dion's Life. That is DIONNE Life. Um, Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the hearts, the thumbs up. You know, we promote peace, love, unity, community, family. You see Curtis, he's on the laptop right now, so he told me I can't look at it right now, so I can't check no emails, but that's okay. All is well. We having a good time over here. We just chilling, reading, getting better, getting proficient, trying to just keep getting better each day. Staying consistent with y'all. For the ones that support me, I appreciate y'all. Much love to y'all. To YouTube, appreciate y'all for tapping in early like this. Most of y'all on the East Coast, so again, thank y'all. For the ones on the West Coast, thank y'all. The ones in the Midwest, down south, thank God too. So we worldwide with it. So keep tapping in with us. You know, take your coat off, stay a while. Chapter 5. Daily habits to improve self-discipline. Again, for the ones that's just typing in with me, I am reading The Power of Discipline, How to Use Self-Control and Mental Toughness to Achieve Your Goals. And as y'all know, there you go. I just open a random page, random chapter, and just go from there. Reading is fundamental. It's cool. Daily habits to improve self-discipline. Habits are routine behaviors performed without putting any conscious thought into them. Most of us don't need any motivation to brush our teeth in the morning. All parents train their children from an early age to brush their teeth when they wake up and before going to bed at night. In adulthood, no matter how tired you are, you will brush your teeth in the morning and at night. The habit of brushing your teeth has been hardwired into your brain. The aim of this book is for the actions required to achieve your dreams to become as natural as brushing your teeth, or as natural as some of the bad habits you all currently have. Some of you reading this have a bad habit of coming home from work and sitting in front of the TV until it's time to go to bed. My father had this habit. As My father had this habit, and as children, we knew his every move from the moment he walked through the door. He would greet us in the living room, go upstairs, take off his tie, use the bathroom, come downstairs, dish out a plate of food, and then sit in the front of the TV. He did this Monday through Friday without fail. Your habits are a reflection of your character. Your habits become a part of your character, and some people take pride in the fact and that they are known for something. If your friends always tell you to meet them an hour earlier than everyone else, is because they know you are going to be late, which means you have a bad habit of being late. Lateness is a part of your life. It's a negative cycle that starts with you going to bed late, waking up late, and then being late for everything else. Or you might binge eat when you are under pressure instead of confronting the issue. According to the according to psychologists, habit of the nature are formed because the connection between the stimulus and the response. Actions are triggered by thoughts, and as this pattern is repeated, it's only a matter of time before the action becomes a habit and starts to have an impact on your life. Unless a conscious decision to change the behavior is made, it will become the permanent. Daily habits to improve self-discipline. There is only one difference between successful and unsuccessful people, and that is the habits they follow each day. Incredibly, successful people perform the same habits every day. They have a set routine and they stick to it. Everything they do improves them mentally, physically, and spiritually. Here are some habits you can start incorporating into your life to improve your level of self discipline. Your morning routine. Your morning routine will set the pace for the rest of your day. Do you keep hitting the snooze button so that by the time you get out of bed, it's too late to go for the morning jog you have had? On your to-do list or for the last couple of months, since you woke up late, you had no time to make breakfast, and instead of and instead stop off at the McDonald's drive-through on the way to work because of the because of the because of the way your day has started. You are in the wrong frame of mind to do anything productive, and your thought process will be something along the lines of, since I've already had McDonald's for breakfast, I might as well go get Taco Bell for lunch. There's no point in me going to the gym after work because I've already eaten all the unhealthy food. I might as well go home, watch Netflix, and start again tomorrow. Bad habits are developed by failing to do the most important things in the morning. When you get out of bed, as soon as the alarm goes off, exercise and eat something healthy for breakfast. You will feel so energetic and positive that you will want to keep making healthy decisions throughout the day. You don't need to have an elaborate morning routine, but there are some main habits that that all successful people incorporate into their lives before their work day begins. For example, let me drink my water. Excuse me. Make sure you gotta drink out water. Make sure y'all drink out juice, water, teas. I had my pineapple juice earlier. So I'm good on that note. Barack Obama starts his day at 7 a.m. He spends 45 minutes exercising, has breakfast, and then makes his way to work. Bill Gates is up at 4 a.m. He watches an educational DVD while he's working out on the treadmill. He has breakfast and then starts working. Oprah Winfrey. Come on. Excuse me, y'all. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oprah Winfrey is up at 6 a.m. She takes her dog for a walk, reads positive affirmations, and then meditates before starting her day. There's a clear pattern here. Successful people have a fixed morning routine that enhances their life. The final hour of the day. You have just read that what you do first thing in the morning sets the tone for your day. Your evening routine before going to bed at night it is just as important. As your morning routine. Sleep is essential for renewing the body, resting the mind, and recharging our batteries so we can be productive the next day. A bedtime routine that allows you to unwind and prepare for the day to come is crucial. Simple things such as turning off all digital equipment and or reading is a powerful way to decompress, relax, and prepare you for a good night's rest. It is also important to get a minimum of 7 hours of sleep each night. I don't know about that. Not only does a lack of sleep hinder your productivity in the long run, it will damage your health. The following are several other habits that successful people incorporate into their lives each day. Practice gratitude. In 2016, the Stenio and Dickens conducted a study and found that the more self-control a person had, the more grateful they were. The study involved participants completing a task on the computer. The computer intentionally broke down and another participant helped to resolve the issue. The researcher also evaluated happiness, self-control, and patience in the daily life of the participants over a few weeks. Finally, self-control was measured by offering them a small sum of money as soon as the task was completed, or a larger sum of money later on. They found out there was a strong relationship between gratitude and self-control. The most grateful participants, oh man, the most grateful participants were prepared to wait longer for the financial reward than the less grateful participants. Here are a few things that you could do to become more grateful. Say thank you. We often take the things people do for granted. We can eliminate that oversight by saying thank you for the small things instead of waiting for someone to do something mind blowing. If you are in a relationship, thank them for being a beautiful person. If you got kids, Thank them for being so loving. Thank your friends for being such amazing friends. The aim here is to say thank you and really mean it and feel a sense of appreciation. I like that. Make time for gratitude. Another bad habit is constant complaining. It is easy to complain. We live in a world with terrible things going on. It's not difficult to turn on the TV, flip through the newspaper, or listen to the news and assume that there is no hope. However, it's important not to focus on the negative because there are just as many positive things taking place in the world. Every morning or before you go to bed at night, write down 5 things you are grateful for. Think about them and feel a deep sense of appreciation and gratitude for what you have written down. Hmm. I'm grateful for being in a nice warm home. I'm grateful to have one wife. I am grateful to be in a loving home with a loving wife. I'm grateful to have electricity. I'm grateful to have water. I'm grateful to have food. I'm just grateful to be here. Set daily goals. You can achieve your long-term goals by breaking them down and setting daily goals for yourself. A big dream can seem daunting, especially when you look at your current situation and realize how far from it you are now. However, when you break the goal down into small, actionable steps, it becomes a lot easier to achieve. When you set goals, you build momentum, and that inspires you to keep pushing towards your ultimate goal because you know you are getting closer to it every day. Setting goals isn't about giving us random things to Setting daily goals isn't about giving yourself random things to do every day. It's about achieving your long-term goal. So for example, let's say you want to lose 60 pounds. You look in the mirror and say every day saying that you need to lose weight, but because you know you need to lose so much, you keep putting it off into tomorrow. But you know it, you have gained another 10 pounds. The thought of losing 60 pounds is scary, but if you say you want to lose 60 pounds in 12 months, which works out to 5 pounds a month and just over 1 pound a week, now your goal isn't so intimidating. You can now start working daily toward that goal. It can involve eating a large portion of vegetables and cutting down on carbs, doing 10 minutes of cardio per day, and drinking more water. Whatever it is, just make sure you are doing it daily because consistency is the key to your success. A good night's sleep. Sleep is essential to your productivity. If you are tired and sluggish and feel like you haven't had enough sleep, it would be impossible to get anything done. Here are some tips for getting a great night's sleep every night. Daytime. Naps. If you take naps during the day, limit them to 30 minutes at a time. A short nap can help you feel rested, alert, and improve mood and performance. If you sleep for any longer than 30 minutes during the day, though you will find it difficult to fall asleep at night. Avoid stimulants. Caffeine and nicotine in the evening will stimulate the brain to stay awake. And even when you do manage to fall asleep, you won't experience the deep sleep required to feel rested in the morning. Watch what you eat. Rich, heavy, fatty foods and carbonated drinks cause indigestion because you can cause painful heartburn in the middle of the night and interrupt your sleep. A bedtime routine. Prepare the body for sleep by establishing a relaxing bedtime routine. Take a warm bath, read a book, or do some light stretches. You should also avoid emotionally charged conversations during this time because it could disrupt your sleep. The right environment. A comfortable mattress and pillows will help you sleep a lot better. Make sure that there are no lights from a television, cell phone, or laptops. Eye shades and blackout curtains will block out the light even further. Stay organized. Organization and self discipline go hand in hand. It is impossible to find self-disciplined person who isn't organized. One of the characteristics of self-disciplined person is that they want to make their life easier for themselves, and one way of doing this is to be organized. Here are some benefits of staying organized. Curtis, what you doing, buddy? Um, Stay organized. No, why did I write that? Improves productivity. Disorganization creates chaos. You are constantly looking for things, everything is a mess, and life is a constant battle. Staying organized means you will have more time to spend on things that matter because you are not wasting all your time looking for things. Less stress. How do you feel when you can't find your car keys or those important documents you need for work? Stressed, right? When everything is housed in its rightful place, files and folders are neatly organized, you will eliminate the stress of searching for items. More energy and enthusiasm. When you are forced to dig through piles of paperwork, clothes, or other objects to find what you need, it drains your energy. When you have no energy, you lack enthusiasm, and it becomes impossible to do things that you know you should be doing. A positive image. Not only will you feel better about yourself because you now have some order to your life, but other people will notice it. If you once had a reputation for being the disorganized one, friends and family members and colleagues will start praising you for the orderly and systematic person that you truly are. Curtis wanted to be on the camera now. So what up, YouTube? So what up, Facebook? Y'all still can see me. Perform these two habits before 8 a.m. As you read, successful people incorporate a number of habits into their daily routine. But during my research, I have found that there are two things successful people do before 8 a.m. They pray, meditate. Prayer and meditation is top priority in every religion. Even atheists who do not believe in higher power spend time reflecting and meditating. People from all backgrounds are taking advantage of the benefits of mindfulness and use them as a way to enhance their personal lives. Research has found that meditation is an effective pain management and stress reduction strategy. Meditation improves memory and brain function. Which, by the way, I can show y'all this too. Meditation. Hey, what you know about meditation? This is a little bit of meditation. An introduction to mindfulness by Amy Lee McCree. If I got time, I'd read a little bit of that. Meditation improves memory and brain function. According to scientist Benjamin Neal, teachers use meditation in the classroom to help their students focus and concentrate. Actors, artists, and innovators use meditation to help get themselves in the zone and boost creativity. Actors Tom Hanks, Cameron Diaz, Jennifer Aniston, and Kristen Bell all incorporate meditation into their daily routines. Authors Tim Ferriss, Tony Robbins, comedians Jerry Seinfeld, Steve Harvey, Ellen DeGeneres, and singers Katy Perry, Sheryl Crow, and Paul McCartney all use meditation to get ready for the day. Oprah Winfrey spends at least 20 minutes each day meditating. She states that she is only capable of producing her best work when she is in a meditative state. Meditation is one of the major keys to success. It gives you access to inspire ideas that you can live your best life. Number 1, spending time reading. The most popular item on a wealthy person's nightstand is a book. You will also find that many successful people have an entire library in their homes. Leaders are readers. If you want to increase your earnings, you have to invest in learning. A successful person will rather spend $20 on a book than going to watch a movie for entertainment purpose. During an interview with CNBC, Warren Buffett and Bill Gates discussed what superpower they would like to have if it were possible. Their response was that they wanted to be able to speed read extremely fast. Continuous education is one of the major keys to success. Your personal development depends on it. If you are not learning, it's impossible to grow. Some people say they don't like to read or they don't have time to read, but in this technological era, there is no excuse. Today you can listen to audiobooks while you are driving, working, doing the dishes, or any other activity. If you have got a stack of gossip magazines sitting on your coffee table, it says a lot about your mindset. However, if you invest in books that will help you achieve your goals, your chances of success will significantly increase. When you have been operating the same bad habits your entire life, it can be difficult to break out of them. In the next chapter, you will learn some tips for building better habits and to improve your self-discipline. Alright. That's that. Thank y'all for tapping in. If y'all new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. Like it, heart it, share it. Just share it one time. I'm trying to get 10 shares. From 10 shares, I will get 100 shares. And after 100 shares, I'll get 1,000 shares. After 1,000 shares, I'll get 10,000 shares. After 10,000 shares, I'll get 100,000 shares. Then after 100,000 shares, I'll get 1 million shares. So whoever shared first, thank you for sharing it. I do greatly appreciate you. I'm grateful for you, for watching me, listening to me read, and to educate myself. You know, and hopefully educating you as well. We promote peace, love, unity, community, family. Please go check out my wife page as well, Dion's Life. That is DIONNE apostrophe S Life. She's on YouTube, y'all. She does an amazing job. Um, Her numbers going up and up and up. I'm trying to catch up. You know, I'm like at 95, baby. She's at 100K or something. I don't know. But yeah, she's doing her thing. So please subscribe to her channel, my channel. Let's get into this a little bit of meditation now. But before I get into that, let me drink some water again. Did y'all drink y'all water today? You know, I'm drinking mine. 4:41. Yeah, early, I know. The early bird gets the worm. The worms, actually, because there's many of them out here. I'm getting them. Okay. Do a water break. You know, Curtis still on the laptop, so I guess he's chilling up there for the time being. Let's do a random chapter. Let's do that. Right there. Oh, Curtis getting up. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Is that someone at the door, buddy? Go check. Chapter 4. Meditation changes brain structure. The fundamental takeaway that science has revealed about meditation is that it causes changes in the brain, both by the way of structure and function. Studies over recent decades have repeatedly shown improvements in everything from memory to pain management. However, before highlighting these benefits, it's important to take a look at the anatomical changes that are leading to functional change. Brain tissue. The central nervous system in the human body, which comprises of the brain and spinal cord, contains two types of tissue, gray matter and white matter. Put very simply, gray matter is made up of all the nerve cells called neurons, while white matter is made of axons, which are finger-like projections that connect all the neurons. Gray matter is primarily responsible for information processing in the brain. White matter helps with signal transmission. In a 2014 review published in Neuroscience and Behavior Reviews, a comparative analysis was done on 21 studies that used neuroimaging to evaluate changes in the brain structure from meditation. The studies include in the review constantly showed that meditation, even relatively short stints of approximately 30 minutes a day for 8 weeks, led to change in the brain tissue volume in the led to changes in the brain tissue volume in various gray matter regions. These types of changes that occur in the brain volume are part of a phenomenon referred to as neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to alter itself in order to help heal from injury or adapt to a new environment. Volume increased in certain parts of the brain can improve various functions. where volume decreases in the specific areas can help lessen anxiety and stress responses. Initially, conclusions from a study performed earlier this year are tentatively hopeful that meditation provides positive benefits for white matter tissue as well. White matter changes and breakdown in older adults can play a significant role in the disability outcomes of a vascular disease. When the white matter begins to wear out, people are at higher risk for depression, mobility problems, cardiovascular issues, and cognitive impairment. Their earlier findings suggest that white matter nerve fibers may be better preserved through meditation, thus helping to maintain brain integrity throughout the aging process. Resources allocation and processing. The brain, as marvelous as it is, has a limited ability to focus attention on different things. However, because of neuroplasticity, the brain is able to not to only modify structural points but also to adjust how it allocates its resources and set up neural networks. One example of this is a phenomenon called an intentional blink. An intentional blink is a gap in identification. For instance, when we are trying to process two meaningful pieces of information spaced very closely together, our brains tend to get stuck on the first event and completely miss or gloss over the second one because of a lag in information processing time. Wow. Mental training affects distribution of limited brain resources. A study based on participants who attended a 3-month meditation retreat at their Insight Meditation Society in Bar, Maine. Hmm. Okay. So that intense mental training, such as provided by meditation, can significantly affect the attentional blink response. Authors of the study hypnotized that mental training teaches that brain to avoid allocating all of its resources to the first event, which allows it to quickly transition focus to the second event, resulting in a shorter intentional blink. In theory, this implies that meditation could help people move their attention smoothly from one event to another without getting stuck on one and completely missing the next. A short intentional blink offers many real world implications, including better self regulation, which will be discussed next. I can't really do nothing. That's alright. That's cool. Meditation and emotional health. Meditation, especially mindfulness meditation, helps promote emotional health through good self regulation. The ability to self regulate saves us from being tossed to and fro by external influence, circumstances, and events. When we self regulate well, we are better able to control the trajectory of our emotional lives and result in action based on our values and sense of purpose. Go. No. Hey, babe. The ability to self-regulate saves us from being tossed into and fro by external influence, circumstances, and events. When we self-regulate well, we are better able to control the trajectory of our emotional lives and result in action based on values and sense of purpose. There are three important components of self-regulation that have been proposed by researchers: emotional regulation, self-awareness, and attention control. Emotional regulation involves different strategies that help us navigate our emotional states. This regulation is significant life skills which helps us not only avoid acting on feelings rationally or dangerously, but also motivate or encourage ourselves when we aren't feeling confident um, about our circumstances. Self-awareness. Self-awareness is the ability to understand who you are as a person, your personality, motivation, strength, and weaknesses. Self-aware people are able to live authentically because they understand who. What's up, buddy? Make a decision. No. Okay, I can go on my laptop now. There you go. They are also able to better understand others and others respond to them. Attention control. Attention control is just how it sounds. The ability to control where you hold your attention. This seems simple, but in fact very difficult. Our minds get distracted very easily without training and felt here and there throughout the day. Meditation practices help our brains learn to hold a steady focus on one thing for long periods of time. How about that? Okay. Self-regulation. Emotional regulation, self-awareness, and attention control are nothing new to those who regularly practice meditation or to the world of psychology. But the science of how meditation actually affects brain function to promote emotional health is relative new field. In many cases, educated guesses are the best scientists can offer about meditation offers emotional well-being. When there is emotional response in the brain, some parts are active and other parts are suppressed. How one perceives an event leading to an emotional response also controls areas of the brain activation. This phenomenon can dramatically change depending on how someone has been meditating. For example, a meditation beginner might have the benefit of the prefrontal cortex activating during the emotional event, whereas their amygdala calms down. The PFC is the part of the brain where where we engage in complex thinking, problem solving, and planning, whereas the amygdala controls our fight or flight responses and is triggered when we are stressed. Researchers suggest that a meditation beginner's brain might learn to deal with deal with emotion by switching over to PFC control, while someone who experienced in meditation might no longer need the PFC to help handle big emotion. Instead, the brain of the experienced meditator, I mean, meditator is automatic to accept emotional states without attachment. Either way, a suppressed amygdala can often help a person approach an emotional situation in a calm, more controlled fashion. Self-awareness is a tricky area for scientists to understand. Meditation aside, self-awareness requires conscious, for which the cerebral cortex, the gray matter covering the two hemispheres of the brain, is responsible. The cerebral cortex helps modulate many of the traits that make us human and differentiate us from other creatures with simple animal behavior. However, scenarios have been documented where people lose activity in significant portions of their cerebral cortices through injury or disease and yet behave fairly normally. Unexpected occurrences like these keep researchers puzzled as they try to map out how the brain works. Scientists suggest that we maintain attention using several different brain networks. Attention control is achieved through three separate but interrelated networks that focus on arousal, alertness, and attentional engagement. Because different areas of the brain are activated when something catches your attention. Other areas help you perk up and take notice, and still others help you maintain focus. One area of the brain doesn't work alone. Rather, many areas work in conjunction with one another. Even when you get distracted and your mind wanders off, your brain is slipping into a default mode network with its activation pattern. Meditation helps retain that brain to slip back into the default patterns less frequently, so we don't lose attention to what is going on in the present. Emotional health outcomes. Many claims have been made about the emotional state outcomes that result from practicing meditation. It has been associated with decreased anxiety, decreased stress response to negative stimuli, and reduced ego defensiveness. It has also been linked with better mood, decreased depression, and overall increased feeling of well-being. Finally, meditation has been shown to help people with chronic insomnia achieve better sleep. Meditation often has very helpful benefits for people suffering from emotional deregulation, especially for those who have experienced trauma. Trans, transcend, trans, Transcendental meditation (TM) is particularly has been successful people who have suffered through emotional crippling life events. She coming out. For example, the U.S. military has performed preliminary studies and found that practicing TM reduces the need for psychotropic drug prescriptions among war veterans. Survivors of the 2011 tsunami that hit Japan tested with lower stress levels after participating in TM for a 10-day period. Colonial refugees and a group of people who have experienced extreme trauma from genocide, sexual violence, and torture have also appeared to benefit from TM, exhibiting reduced post-traumatic stress disorder (PTSD) symptoms. I gotta see something. All right. Well, I'm about to get going, y'all. Um, Thank y'all for tapping in. Um, Go ahead and go to the YouTube channel, Tru Hicks. That's TRU Hicks, HICKS. Go ahead and subscribe to my wife's channel as well. That's Dion's Life. That's DIONNE apostrophe S Life. She's crushing it, y'all. She's doing great numbers. I'm proud of her. She's proud of herself. Um, we doing amazing things for the communities. Uh, we promote peace, love, unity, community, family. If I got any questions, concerns, please drop it in the comments, or you can inbox me. All is well. It's 5 o'clock Friday. Let's go get ready to go to the gym, and prepare my day for my hoop day, get my shots in, get my treatment in. Um, we got a game Sunday, so um, hopefully I could come out and check me out for that, inshallah. If it's God's will, I'll be there. Uh, Thank you for the support again. Go ahead and heart it up, like it up, share it. I just want to get 10 shares. 10 shares gonna go to 100 shares. 100 shares will go to 1,000 shares. 1,000 shares gonna go to 10,000 shares. 10,000 shares will go to 1,000,000 shares. So you know the game. We up, y'all. Until the next time. Peace, 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 peace.